Okay.
So I'm thinking, since I've got a fair amount of time on my hands,
Yeah.
this guy's house is probably quite large, I would imagine.
His official residence.
His
You
house
mean-
in Nice, wherever he is.
Okay.
The one that we know about.
Yeah.
So if you go there, first thing you'll see is that there is a massive...
Don't want to go there.
Okay.
Send a drone!
My plan is, if it's large enough, then there will probably be blueprints for it in the town hall.
It doesn't seem to be massive, judging by the satellite photos.
Oh,
It's not
what
a
they-
bad
Okay.
thing.
What day?
Did I miss anything?
I would personally suggest like a tourist
You
drive-by.
missed
You know,
off
one of you
switching
holding the map, kind of thing, going, "We're lost. Where are we?"
between- like, now there's a plane.
Go and knock on his door and ask for directions.
And then kill him with a fireball.
Basically. From the car, you have someone else go up and ask him.
A drive-by shooting, but with fireballs instead of guns.
Yep.
Just drive up in a black limo, open the door, fireball, close. So what day of the week is it at the moment?
I wish
By
I
the
had a
way,
date.
our character tokens are like in mid-air at the moment.
Yes.
Two of them aren't even there.
Bear in mind that they're not tokens that represent your characters. They are tokens that represent your fate points.
Okay, fine. So yeah, when is it? When is it in the week at the moment?
Yeah, I was just saying I wish I had a day of the week dice, but I'm gonna go with Tuesday.
Why does it matter?
The GM is always right.
It's always freaking Tuesday.
Okay.
The reason it matters is
Um,
that I know when this guy is at his private secret meetings that we want to find out more about. And it's useful to know
Yeah.
how long we have to plan for the next
So we
one.
have to plan for Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So are we sending like all our information via WhatsApp to each other?
Yes.
I want
use the public channel.
to compel perfectionist, so because everything is so weird, I want you to punch one of these guys the next time you see them. Because they've just ruined the time-space continuum.
You want me to punch them?
Yes.
That's not how I do things.
I said punch because your unarmed is plus
Just like
one.
slap in a like sissy way.
I
Challenge
can
them to
totally
duel.
take it out. I can take it out on them somehow, but it wouldn't be by punching them.
Okay, take it out on them.
Okay.
Oh dear gosh.
There's
So-
another fate point for you.
So when we next see each other, I am not going to take whichever of you it was who told me that you were already there. I can't remember which one it was.
That was Theodore, which is Dave's character.
Okay, I am not going to take you seriously during our next meeting. Anything you say, I'll just disregard.
My job is to shoot people anyway.
Right. So I'm set up in the safe house now, I'm assuming. In France.
Yeah.
Fast forward a few hours.
That's fine.
During which we get brunch, I guess.
I'm continuing to pump people for information as much as I can.
Yeah.
And at some point, we're presumably meeting up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
Or are
useful
we
thing
just,
to do.
or are we just staying in touch with people over the internet and not actually be... Because there's no reason why we have to
Just
be
like
all
real
in the
life.
same-
Because
I might-
everyone knows the best strategy is always to split up the party.
Oh, shall I book them a hotel room or something?
Yeah.
Get me to roll for that.
Lastminute.com.
Roll internet.
Roll internet. Okay.
If that fails,
I'll just open the back of my car, it's
I
fine.
will use... Oh, it's fine.
Okay. So the way that I do hotel bookings in terms
Why
of...
do you have a system for hotel booking?
There isn't a system in
Because
game,
you used
but
to
this
play
is the way
GURPS.
that I
GURPS was a
decided to
book
do
for
it,
everything.
is what you roll is the number of stars the hotel is.
Yay! You got a 5-star
If you roll a
hotel.
7, you're just kind of ruined it.
So, given
Well,
that I'm in a
it
5-star
caps out at
hotel
5.
in this guy's neighborhood, is there a chance that I might bump into someone who's coming down for a business meeting, or some of his
Hit him with a
associates or,
prostitute.
or colleagues? That was a question.
I know.
I've got you a hotel
Um,
at the New York 5-star.
New York 5-star in Nice.
Yes.
The Hilton is an
Um,
international chain. I don't see why not.
Yeah, we'll go
So-
for the Hyatt or something. I don't know.
Yes, there is. There probably are some people, and I'm going to assume that you've recognised like the voice or something of one of them. One of
Yeah.
the guys that you talked to.
Photos
Over the
photos
phone.
as well from when we were looking up his connections before.
Yep.
And I'll use my social charms to like chat people up, find out what they're in the area for.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want to start with this guy?
Uh,
That's the thingy.
Promenade
hotel.
des Anglais, excellent.
Yes.
I see we're being nice and subtle in our hotel booking choices.
Is that a real place?
Yes.
Is it
Nice.
Fiat a vehicle manufacturer?
No, you're thinking
That's
fire.
Hyundai.
It's got a
Right.
pool.
It's got a pool, very nice.
Hope so, 5 stars. You better have a picture of the pool. Oh, that's just disappointing.
That's just the front. You can't see the inner courtyard where the real
I
stuff
mean,
happens.
this is just a random building in Nice, but you know, we'll
That's,
claim that
that's
that's a
actually
hotel.
like the Swedish embassy or something. Okay.
It's got Turkish
We're
baths.
meeting up here?
So, this guy that I've found, what's his connection with our target, Monsieur Le Target?
Yes.
Let us not forget his name. It's important to know the guy's name that you're meant to use.
Pierre Le Taguet.
So
I assume the two of us are heading over there at this point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So this is one of his advisors, his security advisor actually,
All right, excellent.
and you walk past him when he's at like a really fancy creperie.
Okay.
Because why does anyone go to France
Stereotypes.
other than for crepes? And yeah, you just look in the window and you happen to see him and recognize his voice.
Okay.
Recognizing French voices, an excellent talent.
No, but I mean, I'll recognize his terrible New York accent. As he sort of and crep s'il vous plaît, gratias or something for anyone who's seen Mr. Bean's Holiday. So I'll find a smooth way to start a conversation with him. Make some passing comment about how nice it is here. Okay, he's a security advisor at his company. So he presumably knows all the ins and outs of this guy's schedule and when when he's going to places where he'll need to be guarded, when he might be less guarded. I might be able to, with enough smooth talking and by comments that are meant to draw information out without overtly asking for it. What sort of information of that sort can I get out of him?
Okay.
I presumably need to roll for it. Okay.
All zeros, fair enough. So what was happening? Yes. So
He's
knows-
giving away crucial information about when this guy's security is most lax, when he's at his most vulnerable.
Yeah. Basically,
And
This
possibly
guy knows-
also Possibly also he knows about these secretive meetings. If he's his security advisor,
Yeah.
he might know about his secretive meetings, and he might be able to spill some information about those.
So what he knows is that
We lost them.
most of the day he's got a lot of people around him, and the reactions are going to be fairly quick. On these Friday and Sunday evenings, he does take bodyguards, but they are left outside the building. He gives you an address, and it's basically like an abandoned warehouse.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about what happens inside, because
Okay.
it's always the same bodyguards, and they're under strict orders not to tell anyone about anything that goes on.
All right.
He also knows that in 2 weeks' time, just after the opening of the mall, he's actually going to be going to his private yacht, because they need to be hiring a lot more security, because he's basically having a massive party.
Okay. It's
they
been a
going to
pleasure
win that one?
chatting. I must be getting on. Enjoy your holiday.
Mercy, yes.
So we've got an address. We can be trying to scope it out, but for all we know, they've got eyes on it as well. You know, so
I can look to see if there's any cameras around the area.
Yep. Any way that we can find out information to go there in person would be great.
Well, I could go there by myself,
Yeah, but if they see you hanging around there a lot, they might. If they are keeping an eye
which
on
is why I go stealthy.
I can try
Okay.
stealth thing. I've got really good stealth.
Okay, it's up to you. But you don't want to be going there too much because it will probably draw notice. So if we can get any information before we set foot near the place, you know, things like someone suggested blueprints, that could be quite handy. If we can find any, you know, if we can find anyone who knows the place and seems to know a bit about what goes on there day to day, you know, obviously it's abandoned, so officially nothing goes on there. But,
Yeah.
But did someone have underground connections?
Yep.
So that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I could use underground connections.
Yeah, I do.
You have assassin underground, and I have.
Yeah, it's probably. I don't know what's more useful here.
We don't know. We don't know what's going on. So
I mean, from a mechanical perspective, it doesn't matter which one of you rolls it, because it's the same skill regardless.
probably it's going to be that one of you knows someone who knows someone who knows about it.
Oh, wrong one.
Make a roll then. Okay. Put it away.
Plus 3 again? Oh,
Isn't your underground contacts +2?
yeah, but I thought we were both doing it. I
So it's
needed
mine.
it. We're
Oh.
both plus
You
2.
did plus
Yeah,
3 last time.
okay, yeah. Do it +3 then.
That's not bad.
It's better than the 0 we got last time.
Yep. Okay, so, you know that the, well, a friend of a friend of a friend knows some of the drug dealers here, and they say Friday and Sunday nights are their best business. And especially in that area.
But does anyone know what goes on actually in the warehouse, or who goes in and out at least?
It's almost entirely very wealthy individuals.
Does the warehouse have security I can hack?
Is it a regular guest list of people who go in?
It does seem to be.
Wait, is this like a party or is this?
You don't
It's a
see
rave.
any cameras nearby.
No,
There's-
but people who know the area. Did you say it's the
she
same?
was trying specifically to see if there were
Oh,
any
right.
cameras.
Okay.
There's one which has a shot of the warehouse, Like, you can just about see it in the corner, but you can't really make much out.
More about the building itself.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, man, cameras in the building.
Oh, there aren't any.
Okay.
Yes, so it's mostly the same people every single time. Every so often there's one or two new people. Some of the time someone drops off the list.
Okay, how big a group are we talking?
30-ish?
Okay.
Not someone you want to kill everyone.
What what sort of connections do they have to each other? Are they just all random rich people, or are they?
They're mostly also business owners. A few of them are actually close friends with Pierre Letargue.
That's never going to get old.
No, it's not. There are a few people that are actually on his Facebook.
Right. Okay.
And it generally says that they met at like networking stuff, or they used to like co-run a company or that kind of thing.
Okay. With this extended list of people that we know are involved in this twice weekly thing, I'm going to go back to some social engineering and try to find out information on the other people on the list.
Okay.
See if I can establish any common patterns, if I know anyone who knows people from the group who might be able to give me an idea as to what's actually going on in these meetings, anything like that. Or if I can trick people into giving up this sort of information.
Okay.
Am I rolling the same pair of things as before, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Less successful.
All right.
So.
Okay, so was that just for getting people to trust me, or was that for actually getting the information
Getting
itself?
the information.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what you would know with that.
Well,
So yeah, it's you definitely notice that the others also have this area like blocked off. You know, people are basically told not to contact them.
Yep.
I don't think there'd really be much new information. It's mostly a repeat of that same kind of thing, you know. These are the lights, don't come near at that time. Bodyguards are there, but outside the building.
Okay, so their security chiefs know that there's something going on, but they're not in on it. Is that the
Yeah.
message? Okay.
You'd also know that the time it ends tends to vary.
Okay.
So, whilst they all say, like, 6 until 7 the next morning, sometimes it'll end at midnight, sometimes it'll end at 3 AM.
Sure. Okay. I assume we're in touch with HQ.
You can be.
Can patch you through.
Yeah. Is there anything we need to know about anyone else on this list? Anything we should know?
Basically they come back with, they might be trouble, but they're not the ringleader. Your target is the ringleader.
Okay. Fine. You guys, you've got his address. It's just an ordinary neighborhood, right? Well, a rich neighborhood, but we could presumably, one of us, wander through and scope it out a little bit, or I don't know what Riley can get us on it.
I'm assuming again I can look for cameras and stuff
Yep.
to patch into.
So camera nearby. This is easy enough, but you don't have to roll for it, because even if you rolled all minuses, you'd still get it. So camera nearby shows you the street, and what you can see from this angle is that actually these are all very tall apartment buildings.
Okay.
They're still like fancy. In fact,
So, like,
one of the hotels that Riley had been looking at before finding out that this one was a bit of a better choice is on this street.
So potentially you could hire a room there and not.
Yep,
Does that have
potentially.
good view or-
It might not be a particularly good view. You could definitely get a room. There's
So, but he's actually living in just an apartment in a building with a bunch of other people.
he's
So
living,
whatever his
he's living in an apartment.
Why? When?
sorry, I don't mean he's living with other people, but the building that he's in has other apartments.
Yes.
So whatever his security is, they're either going to be around the base of the apartment of the building, or actually like in his apartment.
Yep. Or
In
both.
terms of
Could check the internet to see if there's an available apartment in the building that's either side of it.
I mean, that might be too unsubtle.
I'm just gonna say that there is a hotel room which gives you a decent view of the building.
Okay. On the right side for us to maybe see his window or something.
If his window is facing the street, then yes.
Okay. So what matters is not so much that we're on the same road as that we have a view of his apartment. So if it turns out, you know, if there are other tall buildings nearby.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you
Everyone's
want to
gone
do?
a bit quiet.
So yeah, we'll have a look from there, I suppose. Did one of you say that they had a sniper rifle skill?
Yes. Well, not
Sniper
technically,
fireball.
but
So I'm
fire.
He fires snipes people.
so also presumably you'll be good at scoping places out. You'll have
My aspect is sniper, so I should
Yeah.
be able to target well.
Okay, so you can be like our lookout person, maybe. You
Yeah,
can
that should work.
can keep an eye. Maybe if we watch the place for a day or so. I mean, we already know roughly what his timetable is because I've spoken to like his secretary and his security guard, so we know what sort of times he'll actually be around the place.
Yep.
But we can get a feel for like what the security shifts and rotas are like, how heavily guarded it is when he's there, where the people are, what they do and stuff.
Okay. So you'd start doing this probably around about Wednesday morning at the earliest. So do you want to spend a whole day up until Thursday morning?
Well, I mean, I guess even when he's not there, it could still be useful to find out what things are like, because then we can see how feasible it would be to break in, maybe.
The other thing you could do, of course, is watch overnight, sleep during the day, and then watch in the next night.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be one person doing all the watching, I assume, that will take it in shifts or something.
But we also know that during the day he's probably at work in these meetings because you've
He is
checked his.
at his meetings, but it would be useful for us to know how heavily guarded it is while he's away, because if we can break in while he's not there, then we could get the drop on him, maybe.
We wouldn't escape that. I mean, if we're in the
You're a
apartment, you walk
cat
in
burglar,
with
right?
guards.
No, that's me. But yeah,
I'm sorry.
please.
So escaping things like that is kind of your speciality.
Yeah, but my specialty
Yeah.
is killing things. Like, it's not very useful.
Okay.
He can escape.
Well, he can help us escape. Presumably, he's good at things like, I don't know, setting up ropes, whatever else we need to get. I'm not a specialist in breaking into tall buildings, okay? But
you can also
your character
generally
is.
assume that you're in contact with each other all the time, so you know
I
one
think it
person
would
could
be
go in.
easier to kill him at the warehouse than in his own house.
I'm not sure the warehouse is a good idea to kill him. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
feel like he'll be less heavily guarded. I mean, there'll be a bunch of rich people.
Right.
And it's got about 30 other people in there as well.
Yeah, but they're all just random rich people. They aren't going to want to risk their asses.
It might or might. It's probably worth keeping our options open. If we can find out more information, then that's better. It doesn't hurt. You know, we're spending the night here anyway. We may as well have one person.
Well, yeah.
You know, or we could even set up a webcam. You know, point it out our window, and then have Riley go over the interesting bits.
Couldn't the cat burglar like set up hidden surveillance?
Yeah, probably could.
So the camera on the window.
We have with like, what is it,
Set up a
MI5 or something? I'm pretty sure we have hidden surveillance.
Can you climb a vertical wall to his window?
Oh, you're going to put
with
surveillance
ropes or a
on his
grappling
building?
hook.
In his building, in his apartment
Well,
that
firstly,
we control.
how easy it is to get there undetected, right?
The thing is, you don't necessarily need it in the apartment. You can just go out to his window and sort of put it outside his window so it can see in.
Whatever's easiest for the cat
but even,
burglar.
but even
He's gonna
getting to
fly
there
for it.
might not be easy, depending on how well guarded it is.
Yeah.
So which is why we're looking at what his guards are doing.
I mean, my idea would be we have someone monitoring the sort of goings in, goings out of this apartment building for an evening or a day. But I would also like to, whilst the warehouse is presumably not in use, just go and scope it out to see if we can get an idea of what's going on in there.
Okay, just bear in
Because
mind.
for all we know, this could be some secret underground cult of suspicious mages who are trying to bring about the end times. And when we try to take our target down, he'll respond with fire magic or something unpleasant that we haven't accounted for.
Which is why it might not be the best idea to attack him in the middle of a place surrounded by 30 acolytes. Potentially.
Well, no. Yeah, I don't think we want to attack him in the warehouse.
Guys, and it turns out that March for Death is actually a Cthulhu game.
All hail the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to rename it. Yay!
Yeah, still kind of
But yeah, I think what Nathan was saying is send someone there when you know it's empty.
Yeah, because we know that they only visit on the Friday night and the Sunday night.
Well,
So if we visit on the Wednesday or the Thursday, presumably the cultists or whoever they are.
Why are they cultists now?
Okay, whoever they are,
They're
we
just
don't
rich
know.
people.
We don't know that they're not paying someone to keep an eye on it during the week.
No, that's true.
Which is why you send a cat burglar who has stealth.
Right.
I don't have stealth. I can accompany. Are we sneaking in?
Well, not all of us.
I vote
Yeah.
for sneak. I vote that I go and sneak in.
I'll come with them.
Okay. So both of you start off by making a notice roll, and then a stealth roll.
I think notice line plus 0. How does the I don't have notice skill, but I do have something in its tree. What do I get?
Then it's just plus
Then you
0.
get 0, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that for both of us?
Yes.
I did not do very well.
0. Oh,
That's a 1.
Okay. And then the stealth. It would have been hilarious if, Dave, you'd gotten 4. Because then it would have been the exact same set of rolls each time, but shifted by 4. Okay, so you get into the warehouse, and no one seems to have been following you. Don't seem to have attracted any attention.
Is this on one of the drug nights, or are we just on a normal night?
On a normal night?
So
I think this is Wednesday night, isn't it? Is it Wednesday now?
Is
Wednesday
there anyone
night.
around?
It's totally deserted. Inside, it's pretty much pitch black. You probably have torches or something if you want to...
I'm not sure if that's a great plan.
This is where you find out there's actually a vampire den here.
One of you's a fire mage, right?
Yes.
I'm the fire mage, but I'm not sure how good an idea it is to make light in an area where we don't want it to see.
I mean, you could
Especially
use...
if you're
Well,
a
if you make magic trick sounds like the perfect thing for just a random flash of light to.
Yeah, like a small light that
Yeah,
you
but we
can...
get. Okay, I'll give it a go. Do I need to roll anything for that?
No, that's fine. So, basically, you've got a small flame in your hand that you can use to light the nearby area.
Okay, so is there anything interesting? Is it just boxes?
What
So...
do your elf eyes see?
You can see quite a bit of abandoned machinery.
Hmm.
This is, by the looks of it, used to be a factory.
Okay,
There's
that's not very interesting.
a walkway along the top, which has what look like a bunch of offices, but you can't see much else.
Could be that whatever happens in here doesn't happen in the main area. There could be a basement or an upper.
Or probably worth checking out the offices, I'd
Mhm.
say.
Can always take a look.
Yep.
I mean, you've got time. You can.
So
Yeah.
how many officers are there? Is there an obviously major one?
There's like 3.
But is there an obviously like the supervisor?
I haven't really been in factories. I'm gonna say yes,
Okay, so we get
just
to
to
that.
make it easier. The door is unlocked.
Shame.
Lock it. Lock the people inside. They're clearly going to ambush us. They must start from there.
It's an abattoir.
So you don't want to go inside. You just want to lock the door instead.
It's probably worth getting inside.
Okay.
Do we need to make more stealth rolls? Or
If you're being stealthy, then make a stealth roll.
I think I will try to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go inside and it's a fairly large, okay, not massive, maybe 5 meters by 5 meters office.
Okay.
Um,
No one around?
Nope, there's no longer a desk. There are a few empty photo frames.
Filing cabinet?
There is a filing cabinet.
Always the filing cabinet.
And you notice as you walk up to it, a tiny piece of what looks to be like, you know, tinsel, if you like rip a little bit off, looks like that.
Well, I guess open the filing cabinet, see how much I die.
Okay. You open the filing cabinet, and your face... No. Yeah, there's
The whole thing explodes.
a stack of papers in every single drawer.
Should have rolled for traps.
Nothing more terrifying than a lot of papers to sort.
I
Just
mean,
take a look at a few of them, see if any of
it
them are
looks
remotely
mostly
interesting.
like receipts and accounts and that kind of thing.
Why did
Printed
you think this
from
would be productive?
10 plus years back.
I have no idea why we're even doing this anymore.
I could do some digging on the names on the receipt for the companies or
I
whatever.
doubt it's relevant.
These-
Potentially.
These
See
sound.
if it's linked to any of the people we're looking for.
Well,
Oh, that's the point.
I'll save you the bother. It's not relevant. These are left over from the
You're not
companies
meant to
we
tell us
serve.
these things. You're meant to go on a wild goose chase.
I know, but like, I've put in enough red herrings already.
Is there really any reason to be here at all? I mean, it's a factory. We haven't learned anything. It's probably worth just waiting till Friday at this point. Anyone?
Well, not necessarily waiting. We want to see whether it might be easier to get him in his apartment rather than going to this meeting.
I guess one of us could hide in one of these offices.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Do we have grenades? I mean, I won't use grenades, but if someone else has.
I was just thinking hide there till Friday, see what happens.
I guess we could, not conspicuous.
Could I use alarm systems to set up some sort of minor surveillance?
Setting up a fire alarm halfway through the party could be a great way of getting them outside.
Yes, you can.
And if he's outside,
Roll
it's a lot
for
easier
it.
to shoot.
Okay.
So that's a 5.
So you start setting up an alarm. You move away to test it. And then the door opens and it immediately starts going off as someone steps inside.
Dun dun dun.
Stealth?
He flicks a switch next to... he flicks a switch on the wall next to him. And he is holding a rather hefty assault rifle.
Ouch.
He says, "Who are you and what are you doing here?"
Why would a security guard have an assault rifle?
No said anything
Okay.
about being a security guard.
Do you
How's it
guys
dressed?
are you guys sending us a video feed of all this?
You're not going to have a video feed, you'll only have audio.
Okay, but we have audio. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I recognise the voice at all?
No.
Do any of you have a really good persuade of the two of you that are in the room?
Not really.
No!
I could try and kill him.
But if you can get me on the phone to him,
Although you could relay stuff through to the guys to say.
yeah, but only
Maybe.
if he knows that we're on the phone. I don't think we can, unless. Do you guys have like little earpieces in?
Probably. It sounds like the kind of thing you'd have.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming you've got.
Okay.
So we're always in like audio.
I'm probably
communication.
whispering something to the effect of "Don't say anything stupid."
So we're realtors. As I understand, this warehouse has been long abandoned. We were just checking it out as a potential purchase for redevelopment as a brownfield site.
While he says this, I'm just preparing to get a firewall ready because this can't go well.
This isn't abandoned. This warehouse is owned. You have no right to be here.
Told you we should have checked.
It's your
the
mistake.
records.
It was our mistake. There were no signs. You're sorry to have got in his way.
What he said.
Can you please escort us out?
This could end badly.
Do you want to give that a try?
I'm hugging Elliot right now. This is maybe time to use Elliot.
Does someone want to roll for this then?
Can
What-
I
what I'm trying to
appeal
do.
to this guy's vanity to come up with the wording that makes it less likely
that's
he'll
why
shoot
I'm saying,
someone?
do you want to roll for it?
Yeah, I'll roll for it.
Well, I have no social skills, so
This is
I should be the one
right?
rolling this.
Yeah, persuade,
Uh,
but -1 penalty because you're relaying it and you can't use your body language.
Okay, -1, so that's
It
+4.
balances out to 4.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay. So he's like, okay, but you better make sure that none of your people ever come round here again.
Yeah, absolutely. Our mistake. We'll take the our
Unless you say the
fraud
better.
informant
The less you
round
say,
the back of the shed and shoot him.
Yeah, I just leave at this point.
I was gonna say I just leave at this point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
did we get the alarm set up?
yes, and it immediately went off.
But does that mean that Riley could try and hack it and get it to go off during the drug meet?
I'm assuming it's not like an actual alarm bell. It's just something that when it triggers, will send a message to my phone or whatever to say someone's tried to get in.
I'm assuming that once it's triggered, it can't be re-triggered remotely.
No, I think it could be if
I
it's
thought it
that
was just
kind
an
of
alarm
thing.
It probably like an infrared switch. So when the door opens, it triggers, sends a pulse.
It could roll
And then-
special hardware.
Alarm systems.
I don't think
And
you'd
I
need
got her.
to. I think it would automatically, every single time the alarm is set off, it would automatically send the message, and it can be triggered multiple times.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
it's not like a
it's
tripwire
literally
or
like-
something. It's
Yeah, it's literally like break a laser, move the door back to normal, and the laser is fixed again.
Ah, fair enough.
So
So it will re-trigger for him at
Yeah.
some point, maybe.
okay, so there's guards on the premises, but there weren't any signs of them from the street. So they're just patrolling silently around inside the warehouse constantly. Great.
no, they came in. They came in from outside because
Oh, they came
the
in from
alarm was on the outside door.
Maybe- maybe-
We just were rolled so terribly on our notice rolls that we completely ignored them.
Okay.
and basically the impression that you got from them is that if ever one of these guards sees you again, although there was only the one that time, he's presumably relaying information to others, they will shoot on sight. I think you can probably... So you can find people who will be able to get you in, but you're going to need to persuade the people inside that you're one of them.
Okay, so the first thing that would be useful is to find out what's actually going on in these things so that I know what to say once I'm inside.
Who
Right.
did you phone? That was like, are we still on for Friday night?
Yep, that's true. I have the number. I would have to pretend to be someone else, but I do that all the time anyway. Yeah. I'll try them first again.
Okay, so do a deceit check for that.
Deceive, so that's
Yeah, pretty damn good. So he doesn't tell you outright,
sure.
but you basically get the impression that it's effectively like a... trying to think of the word. So for bulls, it's bullfighting, but this isn't specifically bulls. This is any rare animal that they can get their hands on.
And through the door, I assume.
So it's an illegal betting
Effectively.
establishment.
You would also find out from that the door that you took, whilst it is the main entrance, is not the entrance that everyone uses. There is a bigger secondary entrance, which is normally used just for the animals. So they can actually get some quite big things in there.